Hello, everybody. Today is Thursday of TBT, and I'm going to be talking about not a photo behind the story. I'm going to be talking the T-shirt of Hard Rock Cafe behind the story. Why? Because I'm a big fan of Hard Rock Cafe. You know, in my corporate world, I travel all over the world, and every time I was going to any location in the world, I was always picking up this T-shirt. I have around 80. So around 80 locations in the world I visited with the Hard Rock Cafe. So this story is back to the 2005. So we're talking about around 18 years ago. I was at that time working in PDVSA in Venezuela. I was not assigned to Siglo yet. And one day I was assigned to go to a business trip to London. And I was excited because London is the first Hard Rock Cafe. So I said, wow, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I was all the week in these meetings, and that came Friday night, and I had to travel Sunday morning back to Caracas. So I decided, oh, well, tomorrow I'm gonna go to the Hard Rock Cafe. So I decided to take one of these double-decker, and those hop on, hop off. So I told the chauffeur, the driver, hey, can you let me near to the Hard Rock Cafe? The one that is in the Piccadilly Circus? And he said, yeah, of course, yeah. So he led me and he put me in the corner, and he said, okay, there is the Hard Rock Cafe. He was like 800 meters from there. Can you imagine that was a Saturday, 11 a.m. in the morning, London, everything was closed, no traffic, nobody, nothing was around. So I was, was a nice walk, was a nice weather. So I was walking to the Hard Rock Cafe, and and there was this big wall going to the Hard Rock Cafe, and I was quietly thinking and walking, and suddenly appeared a guy sitting in the wall. And when I saw the face of the guy, he was like these Hinduist guys from the India. So I when I saw it, I got surprised because I didn't see that guy being there. And that guy suddenly said to me, hey, do you want me to tell you the future? And I began to laugh and got scared. I began to walk more fast. I said, this guy's gonna steal me. And the guy continued walking behind me, and he continued saying that he wanted to tell me the future. And I was, well, what the heck is going with this guy, And suddenly the guy said to me, I want to tell you the future, and your name of your wife is X. And when he said the name, it was the name of my wife. So I stopped, and I turned down and said, what's going on here? Because this guy knew the name of my wife. So I told the guy, why you know the name of my wife? He said, because I had to tell you that something is going to happen in your future. So I stopped and I got scared that the guy told me this. He said, you have to be very careful because there's going to happen something in your life that's going to change your life forever. And I said, what? Is something that's going to happen after a trip by plane, and it's going to be something related to a contract. I said, what? So I got really scared, and I called my wife, and I told her, I'm going to travel tomorrow. Maybe the plane is going to crash. So I was kind of going to cancel the trip. My wife said, hey, come on, don't be thinking, don't be silly thinking on that. And I decided to make the trip back to Caracas, and I was all that time doing the 5-6 hour flight, thinking about what will happen. And when we landed in Maiquetía Airport, everything was okay, nothing happened. And I continued traveling for years. Every time I was going to a plane, I was thinking in that guy. And he came years. And he came 18 years. And one day I received a phone call on a Saturday to have to go to a business trip to Caracas. And the other day I went to that business trip, and that became to be a settlement. And we was caught by that government because they were accusing about a contract, and we stayed during 5 years in jail as hostages. And that changed my life forever. So this was the story that I wanted to tell today to you. I know it's going to be surprising. I'm going to be telling that story with a lot of details in my book, but that's really true. That happened to me, and it happened 18 years before my situation happened at the big houses. So if you believe in fate, well, that happened to me. Thank you very much for hearing me. And remember, my motto in life is never give up, never lose faith. Thank you very much.